I ate nothing but nasty food. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
we'll talk more.
Yeah, we will. It's terrible. It's all right though. All right, all right. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's your boys. We back. Pay for play. Week 14. This thing is coming to a close. We in the home stretch. We beyond the home stretch. Whatever beyond the home stretch is. It's your boy Roddy, the host. Sam in the building. Sosa in the building. Boys, how you doing?
Amazing. God is the greatest.
There we go. Sam, how you feeling?
Doing doing well. I only had to go in for about half a day yesterday. Said fuck it, kind of halfway through the day and just left. So logistics never sleeps. So if you can get a half day on a day you're supposed to work full day, it's always a blessing. So um, as you can see, Christmas is upon us. Wifey threw up all the decorations yesterday, so feeling good. Got the Griswold hat and the holiday spirit.
There we go. There we go. Exactly how you're supposed to be, man. We enjoy the holidays around these parts. I wish I could go upstairs and show y'all the 4 or 5 trees my mother has put up for the baby. As you know what I'm saying. I have a kid, so first holiday is it's pretty major in this house. She's gonna buy him a bunch of stuff that he doesn't need, and he's gonna play with the wrapping paper instead of the actual gift. So, you know what I mean? It's part of having a kid, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll let a couple of y'all file in. We'll get started in a second. It's rivalry week though, and as you can tell, I'm a little incapacitated after last night. I had to watch the nerds give me heart palpitations. Everybody's saying we cheated. You know what I mean? Everybody's saying we bent the rules, but hey, get your bread up, man. Pay the refs. What can I say? I mean, look, if you don't slide the ref that 50, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to say, hey, turn a blind eye to that targeting, turn a blind eye to that holding. Get your money up. That's all I can say. I mean, what you want me to do? I had the bread.
You ought to be ashamed of that. You ought to be
Man,
ashamed of that game.
you'd be fucking ashamed, brother. Like, it's not like I don't even want to get into it for real, for real. Georgia fucking Tech? Are you kidding me?
Do you see the picture that's right there in my background? That's us versus Tech. There's a reason why I have that painting because that is our biggest rival. The only thing I can say about last night is I'm glad the rivalry has been restored because it was some bullshit probably for the last 7 years, and now
Some
we got.
bullshit last night too.
Yeah,
Oh,
surely was.
man, come on, man.
Surely
Ain't
was some
nobody worried
bullshit,
about that,
brother.
man. Ain't nobody worried about that, man. Look, at the end of the day, we spotted them 17 points. Yeah, we had a good angle on the fumble call at the goal line. You know what I mean? We had a good angle, with the targeting. I don't know what to tell you.
Had a great angle. What are we talking about? I saw
I
it
mean,
clear as day.
look, man, hold on to the ball. You don't fumble in enemy territory. Even if you get head trauma, man, just make sure you go down on the ground with the ball. That's all I can say. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, we'll review the day, and we'll get into it in a second. But while we're doing that, y'all please go ahead and follow at Pay for Play right here. We're live there on X. We're on YouTube. Please join on YouTube or X. We can see your comments on both now, so shout out to them. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm always proud of my team. What are you talking about?
You know who you
Which
just sounded? You know you just sounded like saying that?
who?
The Canadian rapper,
Oh man, I mean, look,
the one that coordinates a 5-on-5 at his house so he can feel like he can play ball.
hey man, look, and I will sue you niggas, okay? Even when I lose. If they would have
I
called
was
Target,
I was hoping you'd say something like that. Like that was my hope. Actually, I was actually trying to get out of this was for you to say something along those lines. You never disappoint, man. I'm so grateful for you, bro. After Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for you, brother. I swear to God, I'm super grateful, brother. You are
hey man,
insane.
Look, man, sometimes you have to forget shame and leave it in the closet at home, man. There's no need to have shame all the time. I'm just being honest. Like, why would you always have shame? It don't matter.
I
It
hear
don't
you.
matter.
I hear
Was
you.
I nervous? I was a little bit nervous because I mean, when it's 27-13 with 3 minutes to go in the game, I'm like, man, we just lost an unnecessary game. Tomorrow, next weekend is do or die. But I mean, hey, pay that ref that $50. He's gonna look the other way on that targeting. And Georgia Tech only had like 4 penalties the whole game, y'all. By the way, I'm gonna just say that. A solely a majority running team. They only got 4 penalties the whole game.
Yeah, they're whooping y'all's asses in the trenches.
They was. I can't lie. Their offensive line came to play. Their offensive line came to play. Swiper, tell them again. A win is a win. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else other than saying we done beat the Nerds 6 times in a row. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Can't get this unless you got an AMG.
Okay. All right. Look, we got an AMG. We finna be in the Benz. We finna be in the Maybach next week.
I forgot. Yo, did anybody catch how casually Roddy said his mom put up 5 fucking Christmas trees?
Yeah.
Why did no one 5 Christmas trees and he be trying to tell us that he don't come from like super paper? He be lying, bro.
I don't got money. I'm broke. I'm broke.
Lying.
I
I'm broke.
had a buddy growing up. His mom had 11 that she put
Yeah,
up
but
in the house.
Did you hear
Double
the
digits.
salacious? Did you hear the salacious lie told by Roderick though? She put the 5 Christmas trees up because of his son. No, Roddy, she's been doing that, brother. It just happens that your son's here now.
I mean, yeah,
She
she
did
has.
not do that particularly because of him.
But she
Like,
didn't get the train set to go around the tree. You know, the little train
over
set.
yourself, brother.
She didn't have that before.
Oh yeah, now I understand. I get what you're saying though. Like you no longer exist in her eyes.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
What?
I know the reality of it. Like, you're like, I love you, mom, and she'll be like, who the fuck is that?
Where's the baby? Like, you didn't come with the baby? I'm like, no, it's just me.
He said it so casually. And also, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping you guys would fucking lose yesterday because I don't want to see you in a fucking playoff. I don't want to play against any SEC team. That Lane Kiffin's bitch ass posting a picture with him and Jackson Dart smoking a cigar. I fucking hate that guy, bro. I hope we get them first game. I swear to God. I hope to God, please, Jesus, send those Oxfordians to South Bend. I need it. I mean, need
it. They still might be on the outside looking in. That'll be probably your best bet, because I mean, other than that, they had a pretty pedestrian performance yesterday too. I mean, I wanted to take Mississippi State, but I was a little squeamish. I can't lie. But
I got to give credit where it's due. Ole Miss's defense has been fucking outstanding all year. People talk about Jackson Dart. People talk about they get nowhere without that defense. That defense they compete in the trenches, they compete in the back end. They give Ole Miss an opportunity every week.
I agree.
Respectfully. So that's just me. That's just
they went
my
all in to go 9-3. Respect them.
Hey, look. Well, I mean, this segues right into our Week 13 review, real quick. I mean, went to Florida last week, caught that L. Jackson Dart turned back into Jackson Dart of 2 and 3 years ago. I don't understand how he can play so well and then end up losing to Florida. Sam, what did you think about that?
That dude sucks. He threw one of the worst throws I've ever seen trying to get his team back in the game. Like fucking quadruple coverage. Just the most clear interception ever. Like the only way it was not going to be intercepted is if the guy dropped it. Like
that's y'all's man's.
My man's.
That's who?
Hey, my man's. I mean, I think he played well this year. He's played very well. He's been the team's leading rusher.
I mean, he padded his stats against bad teams, but
yeah, a little bit.
In the big games, he really didn't play that well. So, yeah. So I don't know. I think unfortunately, I was texting Roddy about this last weekend. Sunbelt Bill may be onto something. He's got a quarterback, and that guy's staying with Billy as long as he's there. So,
and he's actively playing in the snow in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that video last night.
Video? You seen the video? He's out there skiing in Gainesville. Let me tell you.
Hey, well, good old Gainesville, baby.
You know, you know. If you know, you know.
Good old Gainesville.
Hey, man. Flag way!
That's the funniest shit. It's always the fan. Like, don't yell DJ. Like, way. Yeah.
He's like, bro, like, why me? Why you do this to me? Like, I'm just. Come on, bro.
You can't see 3 of them in the crib though, like at 8 p.m., bro. Like,
hey man, listen, man. You beat Ole Miss when they ranked top 10. I'm saying, I get it. I get it, man. It's been tough times down in Gainesville for a cool little minute. So I get it. I get it, man.
They're about to go through this stretch that everyone thought they were going to go 0-5 in, and they're going to have a win. They're going to be 3-2. So
yeah. And they're gonna play in the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
They are, but they didn't have any expectations for a bowl game this year. So a bowl game it's kind of like it's not the same, but like the way we talked about Dion, the expectations versus reality. Like last year they weren't supposed to be in a bowl game. They didn't make it. This year they were kind of expected to be right on that fringe line, and they've overperformed expectations. So give credit where it's due. We'll see how he does. We'll see how Billy does with some real expectations next year with Lagway coming back and everything. But yeah, it was a chaotic Saturday. I mean, everyone was tweeting about how Indiana wasn't going to be in, and then just the SEC shit down their leg. So Hoosiers are almost a lock now. They would have to fuck up today severely to not be in. And so
you're in. So no LSU. You got your ace in the hole. You know, you can always say, just cheering for I have a degree from there, and my mom went there. You have like the greatest. That's like such an awesome way to go about it.
It's the truth. I don't know what.
I know. I'm not saying it's like, you know what I mean. It's like I'm cheering for my mom's alma mater.
Like I've worn IU stuff a couple times, but even like as LSU's had their darkest time, I've still sat on this show and represented. So I mean, it's always like if they played in the playoff, I would have to cheer for LSU. I mean, it's always LSU over IU.
We're not holding it against you, brother. We're not gonna hold it against you. We know you a stand-up guy. We know the deal.
Also, Alabama.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, man.
No,
Jalen Milroe is a fucking terrible quarterback. That dude sucks. He cannot throw the football.
And Los told us.
Can we get DeBoer fired or?
Oh, he lose today?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's not the man for the job. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. We have a group chat where it gets kind of testy between people.
Yes.
And also, to say the least. We say it like that. Let's leave it like that. What I will say is that I think Kalen DeBoer is nothing more than Jimbo Fisher with a sturdier hairline.
Sturdier. I mean, both are a little questionable.
That's my point. They're both pretty fucked up, but he's a little more sturdier than Jimbo's. He ain't gonna let it go. He ain't gonna let it go at fast. But all I'm saying is this, Charles. We as fans neglect to admit how important certain players are to coaches' trajectories. There's like a level of value. That's why I said it. It's a little sturdier than Jimbo, but it's almost the same. It's a little sturdier. Than Jimbo. Jimbo's shit was fucked before Jameis pulled up.
That man makes my hairline look great.
And we're talking. Listen, I don't want to be a jerk, but again, like, what is Jimbo Fisher without Jameis Winston? A Uber driver. Let's be fucking honest. Can we be honest? He's a fucking Uber driver.
As a
Okay.
head coach, yes.
What the fuck is Kalen DeBoer without Michael Penix Jr.? And I want an honest answer from both of you.
A fraud.
Unproven.
Nothing. A whole big bag of nothing. So you telling me that Alabama, first of all, we know their first choice was not DeBoer. Their first choice was landing in Oregon, or he told them to eat a dick. He was their first choice. It never works out when you're not the first choice. Ask all the bitches you're not with.
And they put the office, like Saban's office, right there too. So, like, it was never gonna work.
And I hate to sound like a jerk, man, but I ain't gonna lie. When I see, the Big Ten or the Big Ten and Big 12 take the quarterback 1 and quarterback 2 in high school recruiting, I don't know about y'all, but Alabama's got to be feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
How sure are we that Ryan Williams stays in Tuscaloosa for 3 years? We're like 100% sure simply because
there are rumblings right now.
That's what I've been hearing. Why would he stay? To go play receiver for another fucking running back? Playing quarterback? That's just honesty.
Hey, I will change my whole course on him in the he's only 17 if he puts on that red and black. I'll be shameless.
You're pitiful. But
he's gonna get a fucking bag.
Oh yeah. What? He's gonna get paid. Stupid. What?
My dog just made a noise. I'll be right back. What the fuck are you doing?
He didn't mute himself.
We love it. We love it. Pay for play. We show you all the real, even behind the scenes, baby.
I said something. I tweeted something last week after watching, or in the midst of watching the Alabama game, and I'm ready to take Ryan Williams over Jeremiah Smith, strictly for the fact that he's made Jalen Milroe look like a good quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought she screamed. It was like this little squeaky toy that like made that noise. So.
No, we haven't yet, Alex. We're gonna get into it in best bets. It's not one of the top games because they're at Syracuse, but 11-point line, man. Be careful.
Yeah, we'll get into that game a little bit, but yeah, we can. Y'all ready to get into today's slate? We're gonna talk about Travis Hunter being minus 15,000 to win the Heisman.
Oh yeah, it's wrapped up, man. It's wrapped up. It's wrapped up. Especially after yesterday, and him not being eligible for the Thorpe Award was, come on, man. Like, I've seen way worse players.
Now, you know what's funny though is that Deion's theory about that actually might be right. Did you see like him explaining it? Did you see, Sam?
No, I didn't see it.
All right, so they basically were like, when you look at the schedule of when the ceremonies are for these awards, some of them Hunter's simply not going to be able to be at.
No.
Can't be in two places at the same time.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what. Again, it's theorizing, man. It wasn't me that said it. It was Deion. Deion was like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's what Deion was basically
Deion's
like.
wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. They just.
Deion's wrong about that because all the awards are on like Thursday night and then the Heisman's on Saturday, so he can be in two places on 2 different days.
I don't know. He was trying to rationalize it. I don't know but again,
it's a bullshit excuse. He's wrong. I'm gonna call it.
It really makes no sense.
He's lying.
It really makes no sense though as to why Travis Hunter would not be a finalist for the Thorpe Award. It makes zero sense. It really does not make any sense.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. He's going to win the Heisman, though, and everything will be all good. I mean, if you have to choose which award that you want the one that's going to be given out on Saturday.
I mean, they're going to win the Maxwell. They're going to win he already won the Johnny Unitas. Or should already won the Johnny Unitas Award. They're going to win. He's going to win the Maxwell Award. The Bolitnikov, I'm not going to lie, man. The kid from San Jose State got my vote.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
I don't know if you guys saw his production was just, I mean, like it was so much crazier than everyone else's. You should pull that up, Roddy. I forget
Yeah,
his
I'm
name.
about to pull it up right now.
Absolutely. If he don't win the Blitnikoff, you're gonna have a tough time explaining to him as to why he didn't win it. His stats are just absolutely Nick Nash. His name's Nick Nash. Like if he don't win it, like if he doesn't win Blitnikoff,
it'll be like Harrison winning it over Malik Neighbors last year.
well, you know how I feel about those guys. I'm a big Harrison guy. I thought they made the right decision.
Yeah, 104, 1382, 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, if he doesn't win the Blitnikoff, it's fake. There's no other way of saying it, bro. His statistics are head and shoulders better than everybody. I don't give a fuck about the competition.
So you're just moving. You're moving your goalpost.
Nah,
because Malik was like that last year.
Oh, I'm just listen. You know where Marvin Harrison grew up, bro?
We're killers.
About 5 blocks from where I'm sitting right now. You're gonna have a hard time finding me to say anybody's better than that kid.
As long as we both know it, it's all good.
Oh yeah, listen. Malik last year, shit. Brian Thomas last year went crazy. Y'all had 2 motherfuckers that was insane. I'm not gonna lie. Marvin Harrison won the Blitnikoff last year off name recognition, and let's be honest, he had Kyle fucking McCord throwing the ball. McCord this year has been a revelation, but last year he was not the same quarterback. We can agree on that, right?
Oh no,
he agree on that. There's a legit argument and conversation that Ohio State would have been better this year with McCord as opposed to Will Howard.
Right, exactly.
A year of development, comes in looking better, just as good a receiving core. Why? Because
it wasn't like a massive step up from McCord to.
It also shows you that Ryan Day loves to hedge his bets and he loves to make it about him. That's what it is. Because the whole move to Will Howard was kind of pointless considering the 2 prep guys you got coming in next year. They have 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in high school showing up next year. So why the fuck change it up? Why make Kyle transfer? Because you want somebody to blame for you not being able to win the big game. That's all that was.
Yeah, well, he thought he had the chance. He's got Emeka Senior. He's got Jeremiah. He's got the defense. He got all the transfers. They just went all in. I mean, he's tired of hearing, I'm not good enough, So we'll see today. We'll see. We'll get into the slate real quick. We're going to start in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The Iron Bowl, the craziest game you can ever watch. The craziest 60 minutes you'll lay your eyes on. We got Auburn 11-point dog. Alabama, like we stated, lost last week to Oklahoma at Oklahoma. Offense looked terrible. Couldn't run the ball that well. Jalen threw 2 crucial interceptions, one being a pick 6. So, 3. I'm sorry. I forgot about the one that was just he tossed it up in the air. I thought that was like, I didn't know what was going to happen. I saw the Oklahoma.
He fucking sucks.
Hey, man, he turns into Cam Newton against us, so I can't say anything. So,
same. I hear you. I know.
Yeah.
So
he ran for 400 yards and 8 touchdowns in 2 games against us.
Like it's really like annoying, bro. Because like you look at Bama loaded on all. I think they're loaded from a talent standpoint on the outside. And this is my issue with the board. I hate that people love the term genius. People love the word generational. They love, bro, listen, unless you got a quarterback, and I mean a motherfucker that can put it in the air, unless the quarterback is running 4.2, I don't want him. We talk about Lagway. Lagway never going to have to complete 70% of his passes because he got wheels. That's the thing. Milroe, if you make the game beat me from the pocket, you have to throw the ball, he gonna lose every time. The intermediate passing is below average. The seam throws are below average. He misses checkdowns all the time. It's just the reality of it. You want to win, and get you a quarterback that can throw the ball.
Put Booby in.
Yeah. Put who?
Booby in.
Oh God. Anyway, Sam.
Insane,
How do you feel about this matchup, man? 11 points.
I don't know. I need to talk it out with this one because under Saban, the only games that would be wild in this rivalry were the ones at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, they're coming off an emotional win. Alabama's coming off a disappointing loss. They're in a spot where they need to try and just put up as many style points as possible to try and make one last-ditch effort to get in as a 3-loss team. Which, if they get in, it's a shame on this college football playoff.
It's the song we played during the holidays. It's a crime against humanity. Great game, by the way, if you've never played.
Oh yeah,
great game. Cards Against Humanity.
I'm telling you, Sam, that if some things go right, I'm telling you they'll get in, bro. Like I just know they are. When Heather Dinich said, like, you know, a 3-loss SEC team still has a chance, I knew it was going to be either us or it was going to be them. Like,
are you saying the election was fixed?
I mean, look, just saying.
That's what I got out of what you just said. I know that might be completely left field, but you're saying the game is rigged?
Stop the count.
Is that what you're saying? You can clarify it for me if that's what you're saying.
All I'm saying is their criteria is inconsistent for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. And they are going to produce, like we say on the show all the time, they're going to produce a television show, regardless of who we think is the most deserving, who we think is the best team. They need to produce a television show. I saw my guy Nick Underhill, a Saints reporter, being like, man, stop putting the Cowboys on at 4 o'clock. And Nick is my boy. I love Nick. He does great work. But do you know who pay the bills around here, man? You know who pay the bills around here? They pay the bills. So if they got 3 losses and they can find and contort and bend the rules to get them in, they're going to be in because they pay the bills. So, look, I'm looking at this spread and I'm saying this, and Sam said he needed to talk it out. So this is my thoughts. All right. So Auburn's rush defense is a big reason why Texas A&M lost last week. And Auburn, you know, I think can keep Jalen in the pocket, like Sosa was saying. I think Jam Miller and all of those guys, Jalen needs them to have production in order to really get his game off. I think they'll be good against a mobile quarterback, and I think they have enough on the outside. Now, I think this might be a big day for Ryan Williams if Jalen has time, because I don't really love Auburn's DBs, but I mean, 11 is just a really weird number to me. And if I'm looking at it, I'm saying, you know, why wouldn't I take the 11? You know, like I think this could be a backdoor situation. Maybe Bama gets up early in the game, but everybody has been saying like, oh, Bama at home is way better than Bama on the road. We've seen Bama's worst performances on the road. They've had some pretty close ones at the crib too. If it weren't for injuries, if it weren't for, you know, just misfortune on the other team, if it wasn't for Mizzou being Mizzou, they might have lost some of those games too. So, look, I like Auburn in this spot. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm taking the plus 11 as an official play. I am. I'm not taking the money line. I got some dogs later on in the show. Don't y'all worry. But Auburn plus 11, that's official. So that's just how I'm rocking, Sam.
Well, if you see how I've done gambling-wise this year, every instinct I have is wrong. And every instinct I'm telling me is to take Auburn in this game. But I don't trust Peyton Thorne. So, all right, we're going Alabama minus 10.5. There's nothing against you, but it's just how bad I've been.
Well, now Peyton Thorne last week, hey, I don't know who the hell that was on the field for Auburn. But that boy, he was balling last week.
He ain't putting together back-to-back games like that.
It's possible. It's possible. I'm never gonna, I guess put my money on him being like amazing. I just think he's gonna get over the hump. I think they'll be able to run the ball too against Alabama's front. I mean, he had what, 301, 2 tutties. He had an interception, but only took 2 sacks last week, which is really the most important part for me. Like, if you can't get him on the ground, he is going to extend plays. So
they have a good wide receiving core too. Like, if they had somebody that could get them the ball, I would definitely prefer to pick Auburn in this game. I think it would be a much closer matchup. But yeah, I mean, I don't see a way. I would rather bet on Alabama and hope I'm wrong and lose that way than bet on Auburn and just watch Alabama fucking trounce them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I feel you. Cam Coleman is a dog too. He's not getting mentioned in those freshman receivers. Sosa, how you feeling?
If this game was played at Auburn, I would take Auburn. The game being played at Alabama, I not only like for Alabama to win, I like the over.
Okay.
I think that we watch this Alabama defense. I don't really care who's on the other side. I think their defense is ass. I think it's the weakest Alabama defense in maybe 15 years. Can we agree on that? They weren't very good last year either. Can we be honest, right? Like, they weren't very good last year either. It's fun to talk about like some of these programs and how dominant they've been in the past, but that's what happens is that name recognition and reputation get you so fucking far in the game, bruh, that you just get so used to seeing certain things that you believe it's still there, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. The defense is ass. The quarterback is below average. This game should be points. Or it might be fucking trash because the quarterback for Alabama can't complete any passes. You end up in a dogfight for no fucking reason. Because there's no reason why Alabama should lose the game. They're the more talented football team. I think both coaches are fucking mid. But on both sides of the ball, I think Alabama has more talent. Now, is the defensive unit better than Auburn's offense? That's TBD.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty TBD, but we don't know. What up, Coop? Yeah. I like the over pregame. If the first quarter is low scoring, I'd bet it again.
Okay.
Because you get a better number. You obviously get a better number, probably like 10 to 12 points lower. If they both don't, if neither team scores in the first quarter, we're gonna get a much better number. And this is how it works with these college football teams. You might get low scoring in the first quarter, but at some point when that game opens up, you're gonna get the back and forth. It's just the reality of what we're gonna get.
Right.
So,
I agree.
But I like Alabama. So I would take like Alabama money line the over. You probably get really close to even money there.
What did Jackson Arnold run for on them last week? Like 160?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I think they're gonna run Peyton Thorne. I mean, if Hugh Freeze is smart, he's gonna
Peyton
run.
Thorne 50 plus rushing yards is plus 600 right now.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, how could you not take the value? The value.
Sack yards, that's the only
value. You know?
My favorite words in gambling, the value.
The value. Come on, brother.
My favorite words. All right, we got anything else for this one?
I hope Alabama loses.
Me too.
I want to see the board get fired, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that, and I'm gonna be totally honest, but this is really where I'm at with Alabama, bro. If DeBoer's the coach next year, the program's going to start taking a legitimate step back. I swear to God, I know there are fans probably thinking different, but it's this experiment's not it, bro. You need someone who can challenge the bravado that Saban brings in. DeBoer sound like a bitch, bro. I'm being honest. I know it sounds fucked up, bro, and like I don't have a PC Gen Z way of saying it. I don't have, there's no nice way to call somebody a bitch, bro. I figured that out a couple of months ago. It's possible. There's no nice way to call a grown man a bitch. There's no nice way for it to sound. It can't sound good, but that's what I get when I hear Kalen DeBoer. I hear meow.
Speaking of calling a man a bitch, or Sosa specifically calling a man a bitch, his Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to the left coast where there's a lot of things going on in LA. You know.
Oh yeah.
We'll keep that for later. But
You want to talk about a real bitch, the head coach of USC, the biggest bitch of them all.
hey, look, they're going into LA with 7 points in their pocket. I think that this game, I mean, Sosa, you can tell me if I'm wrong, and you will. I know you will. Be careful. It's
Ain't nothing to
rivalry.
be careful about. Nah, you can't scare me with this bullshit, bro.
Be
I done
careful.
come
That's
a
all I'm
long
gonna
way.
say.
I done come a long way. Get my notebook.
Well, we'll start with Sam.
I'll go real quick. 6.5 is the most disrespectful line of the season. I'm on Notre Dame -6.5.
Okay. Sosa, you feel the same, I'm guessing?
Have you watched us play football?
Yeah, you didn't respect the troops either week. It was disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to. We're not supposed to. They playing football. They're not out here with an AK-47. We get a new president though soon, and that might change. And then I really start showing love. Like, I really respect the fuck out of them now. Then. Oh, you weren't expecting that, huh? Y'all weren't expecting that. That's the correct answer. Y'all weren't expecting that answer. That's what y'all get for bringing them up. That's what you get, Roderick.
I didn't say shit. I just said
you did.
I was explaining what I was explaining to you when my respect level would change for them. All right, you mean lie?
All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Right. In regards to this football game, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm scared. I'm scared they're gonna match us up with a terrible fucking team in the bowl game that leads to the Final Four. That's what I'm worried about. Because listen, I'm not worried about no grown man whose first name is Miller. The champagne of beers. Is he even playing?
No, that's what I was about to say. So, I mean, last week, it was my guy Jaden Maava. He played. A lot of people think that Miller Moss is going to play because, I mean, you're facing a Notre Dame defense that's obviously the best in the country. But, I mean, do you want to throw a freshman out there? Or do you want to throw Miller Moss, who's going to throw a pick in the most crunch time?
Best football player right now with the last name Moss is a white cornerback.
Oh,
not gonna. I'll let y'all look it up. Listen, as far as I'm concerned with USC, we're the better football team. We're better in the trenches. The only thought process here is travel. Played a game in New York last week. We went back home. Now we're on a flight after a holiday back to California. That would be my only concern with this football team. As far as focus level, as far as attention to detail, this is the most prepared I've seen a football team week to week ever at Notre Dame. We were never this disciplined under Brian Kelly.
We were putting asterisks next to the week to week part because it's been since week 3 you haven't been as prepared.
Why are you always bringing up old shit, bro?
Just keeping you honest.
Why are you always doing that? Why are you always bringing up
Someone's got to keep you honest. It's okay.
God damn, bro. He's still upset about Indiana getting smoked last week. You can tell. He's not happy about it. He's not happy about that shit at all. Hey, man, they're still in it. But nah, listen. I don't want to get on the Glaze train with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I'm a fan of the team. We've seen them perform. Got the best defense in America. That's even with missing players. And like I said, just the attention to details. The attention to details, having a mobile quarterback against a USC defense that's undermanned. Half their fucking defense is going to be in the transfer portal next year. And I'm just waiting for because I have the saved tweet. Lincoln Riley has finally been fired. I have a couple of saved tweets for that. And I think this leads to his exit. I think it's fired today or this weekend or some point. Like Josh Heupel has had a Cuban set aside just for this weekend.
Look, I'm telling you right now, that man house got an elevator in it, and they bought it for him. So
it's a really nice house.
He'll be back. Yes. He'll be back. Don't worry.
I thought Cliff Kingsbury had a nice crib when we was watching the draft.
Oh yeah, no, that house is fire. I can't even lie.
Right.
It's some house Arizona, that's our fire. I just can't go and have it be 110 degrees every day. I wouldn't do that. But you know, well,
It's a dry heat.
All right.
It is,
And
though. It is.
the biggest myth in weather, the dry heat. Still hot as fuck.
Look at fucking Georgia, bro.
I know, and I am in humidity. And I went to Vegas and was standing outside the cookie store for 30 minutes, and I was finna die in that dry heat.
Next time I got to put you on to the right dispensary. Cookies is bullshit now.
Well, yeah, I know. Trust me, I done had all them flavors when I was in Georgia.
Oh man,
anyway,
you've had all of the flavors.
Yeah, when I was in Georgia. Anyway, South Carolina is going to Clemson at noon, 2.5-point favorites. This is where I come into play. All right. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna make a pause-worthy statement on this show.
You got the Cox. We got it, bro.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Oh, I did. I got the Cox. We got the Cox.
All right. Whoa. Sam, please save us. What do you think about the game? Please.
Cock member, baby.
Oh my God.
Let's go. It's all about the Cox today, huh?
So we're all on the Cox, is what you're saying.
Apparently. Holy shit. That was the wildest minute in the history of the show, bro.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh, they better fucking win because this is gonna be clipped.
Oh man.
Yeah. Y'all wasn't commenting 5 minutes ago. Y'all awake now, huh?
Yeah, I had to wake you up.
Yeah, I had to make sure you were attentive.
Yes, for real. But Sam, start with why you think South Carolina is going to win the game.
Jesus. I don't know, man. They're a hot football team right now. I like the way the defense has played all year. I have been a little bit more disappointed in Clemson. They've kind of fallen off that freight train where they were just beating the shit out of everybody earlier in the season. They've kind of tailed off that pace. I know it's a home game, but I like the way Lenora Sellers has been playing a little bit down the stretch. I think I just think they're a hot team at the right time. If they're the 3-loss SEC team that gets in, I think they'd be more deserving. Then, unfortunately, it's the two teams that beat them that they're going up against to do so. So that's the tough part about, I guess, the committee's job is like South Carolina's playing better than Ole Miss or Alabama right now, but they lost head-to-head to both of those teams. So I don't know. It's tough. But yeah, I'll take South Carolina as the hotter team right now.
Okay, fair enough. Sosa, how you feeling?
I mean, Sam pretty much said it perfectly. It's the same reason why we didn't bring up Colorado today, but it's the same reason why I was rocking with Kansas last week. Not that I thought that Kansas would win the game, but like Sam just said, when you're playing your best ball right now, it's like the mood's changed in the building. The energy's changed in the locker room because you see what the build was to what you were building towards all year. And now you have an opportunity to not only end Clemson's season, but put yourself in a situation to where you could be in the playoff. And I'm not going to lie, I'm cheering for South Carolina because I'd rather play them than Clemson. Mm-hmm. If I'm Notre Dame, see, that's what I'm looking at right now. If that's the 5-12, I ain't gonna lie, we'll beat South Carolina. I'm more worried about Clemson's defense.
I would be more worried about South Carolina's defense.
I know this, but that's when they play at the crib. If the game was at South Carolina, I think we all would be like,
they fucking dominated Jalen Milroe in Alabama.
Yeah, well, my quarterback is white.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, at the crib, defense.
Yeah, I hear you. But Jalen Milroe he's a fucking running back.
Oh God, Jesus.
He is. Y'all don't want y'all was fooled. They think it ain't. What thing? No, not you. But like, you don't know what I mean. Like, and I know it sounds like funny when I say it like that, but bro, like, mobile quarterbacks and like quarterbacks who are inaccurate. Riley's not inaccurate. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to worry about those sorts of things. And again, anybody pull up the South Bend, good luck. I really mean that. If you think that people are going to pull up the South Bend to see us, nobody wants smoke at South Bend.
This is the only thing with Clemson, I would say. Their offensive line, Trent Howard, who I think he's their center. He's out for the season now. He tore his Achilles in practice. For the last 2 weeks, they've been dealing with heavy injuries on the offensive line, which is why I picked South Carolina today, because I think that if you put that pass rush up against anybody that you don't really trust 100%, you're probably going to get the game wrecked. And I think Lenoris is going to do just enough. I don't think he's going to be great today, if we're going to be honest. But I do think he's going to be good enough to get them over the hump, and the defense is going to carry them. If I had to, just guess, I would say this game probably would go under, just because I think this is going to be like a back and forth type of thing where the defenses are going to, have just enough to get off the field on third downs, maybe make, long fourth downs and what have you. So, like I said, I got South Carolina. I got it earlier in the week at plus 120. It's now plus 110. So if you believe, hop on it now, because the game's at noon. So it starts an hour. So anybody got anything else on this one before we go to the big one? Awesome.
Hey, man. I want to be able to say K Club that sucks after this week. So here we are.
Fair. All right.
Shout out to Shane Beamer, the best viral moments of any head coach this season.
Hey, man, I like that guy. I like
How
that
could
guy.
you not? How could you not fuck with him? He's the guy, man.
I want good things for him, even though I don't want good things for South Carolina. But shout out to you, Hendrix. All right, the big one, the SEC championship qualification game, a college football playoff game in a sense. Okay, thank you, Chuck. We got Texas going to College Station to face the Weirdos. It's at 4.5. It's been at pretty much 5.5 all week. And I'm going with the dog again. I got Texas A&M. I've been saying it all week. I got Texas A&M 5.5, and I got Texas A&M on the money line at plus 175. It's currently plus 170, so if you want it, go get it, because it's probably going to get down into the 150, 145 range come kickoff. The reason why I think that's going to happen is I think the one thing that Texas A&M hasn't been able to do for the last couple of weeks is run the ball. And I think you saw it in the game against Auburn. Marcel Reed, you don't want him throwing the ball a lot. You want him to manipulate your defense by using his legs. And I think Auburn, like I said earlier, with the Iron Bowl matchup, I think Auburn's defensive front is really good, and they're good against the run. And Texas's is pretty average. But the number one reason I think that Texas is going to lose today is because their quarterback once again is hurt. We know he's not really one to overcome injuries, which is a harsh criticism. I mean, if you're hurt, you got a high ankle sprain, you can't really, fault the kid for not playing well, but I don't think they'll be able to run the ball that much, and they'll put it on the quarterback. And if you think a freshman quarterback is going to come in the game against 112,000 screaming weirdos and get it done, I don't care if there was Brady, Manning, Breeze on the back of that jersey. I don't give a damn what it says. He ain't doing it. All right. So give me Texas A&M. I took the spread 5.5, and I took them on the money line. Sam, how you feeling?
As I said, I feel like every instinct I've had is wrong. These past couple of weeks, I really wanted to bet on Texas because I just fucking hate Texas A&M that much, but that led me to take Texas A&M plus 5.5. It's been like seeing all this stuff with Quinn and him potentially not being able to play in this game. It just makes it tough to overcome. I'm with you on, I don't think any freshman quarterback is going into that environment. This place is going to be fucking rocking tonight. And I mean, it's going to be one of the better home environments all year. I just don't see a freshman walking into that stadium and getting a dub. So give me plus 5.5. Not going to take money line, but just going to try and get a dub.
Okay. Sosa? Oh, he's a sophomore. Sorry. I mean, sorry.
The
He ain't
legend of Arch Manning starts today, brother. I know everybody is on Texas A&M. If the line was 5.5, it closed at 5.5, I'd feel a little bit different. Texas is a more talented team. Texas A&M in the trenches has been really, really good. I think that Texas is built and prepared to take on the quarterback. I think that was where we saw like a turn of things taking place at Texas A&M. I think Texas will be prepared. I think Sarkisian knows that, can't have any slip-ups today. Got to win. Obviously, if they lose, they still have a pretty damn good chance of making the playoff. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm rocking with Texas to win today, man. I think Texas handles business. And I think it makes the picture easier. I think that's what the issue is that we're trying to make the picture clearer and clearer. And the easiest way for the picture to clear up is for favorites to win. I don't think we could have 3, 4, 5 upsets on the last day of games prior to bowl season. And that's where I'm at. I believe Texas takes care of business today. I know it's tough to go into Texas and win. I know my team went and did it. And I don't think any other team gone to Texas A&M and won this year outside of
I think they are undefeated. So. Yeah, I think they are undefeated. Yeah.
Right, outside of the game against us, they've beaten everybody else at the crib, right? Yeah, give me Texas today. Texas ends that. Texas handles business today against Texas A&M, and I wouldn't be mad if Texas loses because it makes it easy. It would shake up the bottom half of the 12. Obviously, you're gonna listen to me talk, and a lot of the stuff that I'm saying comes from bias because I want the easiest matchup I could possibly get for Notre Dame. Obviously, we got to win today first, right? It'd be some really crazy shit if USC would have shocked us. We'd be fucked. I don't see the committee giving us any grace for losing to USC, respectfully.
Or Northern Illinois.
Yeah, no, they're not at all.
I forgot that even happened.
I told y'all, be careful.
But we also need to remember, I think the most accurate statement on this show this year has been from a good pal, Brett from Pot of Gold. Everyone sucks this year. So, I mean, why do we just assume Texas is I don't care if the more talented team is going in and the favorite. Everyone sucks. It's the way it's trending. There's no dominant team. I don't care what you say about Oregon. They won their one big game. So what? We'll see next week how that shakes out.
Yeah, I just haven't been impressed with Texas. I'm being honest with you. I just haven't been impressed.
No, their fucking big wins are Vandy and Arkansas. That's their biggest wins on their schedule right now.
Yeah, and then the Florida. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All right, so that's our big game. We're getting into best bets real quick. Please be sure to like the video if you're watching on YouTube. You got to collapse the comment section and press the thumbs up. Make sure you follow us at Pay for Play. Make sure you subscribe at the Social World Network. And please be tuned in the following weeks. We obviously got college football playoff games coming up. We got championship weekend coming up next week. So it's going to be really fun times coming into the show and, making some money with y'all. So we'll go ahead and get into bets real quick. If you are in the comment section, please drop your best bets. Anything you're looking at today, anything you want the people to see. Richie, fuck you. This is not a soccer podcast, but I know you had to come in here and take shots. Anyway, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, let's do it.
Notre Dame, first quarter team total. Midwest just posted it. Halftime team total, full game team total. USC's defense is an absolute joke. They're not going to be able to match us in the trenches. They're not going to be able to match us on the back end. And then, like I just said, I like Texas today, man. I really do. I don't care who plays at quarterback. I think at the end of the day, they figure it out, respectfully.
Okay. All right. Sam?
I don't know how we didn't talk about this game. Ohio State minus 19.5. There's about 3 years worth of build-up about to be exercised for Ohio State, I feel, in this game. So, yeah, give me minus 19.5. Definitely think this gets outside of 3 scores. Vandy plus 10.5 against Tennessee at home. I just haven't been as impressed with Tennessee's offense down the stretch. Vandy's just a pretty competent team right now. They're playing well. They're keeping games close. Pavia is really banged up, but I still think they do enough against Tennessee's defense to keep them off the field, keep Tennessee's offense off the field, control the time of possession at home, and keep this game close within single digits. I'll go Indiana minus 29.5. I think they need style points any way they can get them, and Purdue is fucking terrible. They're so bad. Notre Dame put up 66 points against them. I feel Indiana can do pretty similar stuff. It's at home. The place is going to be rocking. Final home game of the year. I think it'll be a big win for Indiana. I'll go Oregon minus 18.5. Again, just kind of sticking to style points. People trying to get one last resume boost. A big win against Washington. It's not going to do much for them. They're already number 1 team, but I still think they just need to keep winning impressively. And then I'll go Jackson Arnold over 54.5 rushing yards against LSU. LSU's not been able to really contain the quarterback running game very much. He put up 160 against Alabama last week. I don't know if they'll throw more than 15 passes in this game for Oklahoma. So may trend under as well. I don't know if there's going to be many possessions. We'll see if LSU's defense can actually stop a quarterback running the ball. So I think 100 plus was at like plus 350 if you want to try and get some, as we said earlier, value in that one. And then I'll close it with Kansas State plus 1.5.
Ooh, I do like that. I do like
Kansas
that.
State. Listen, we are all also on whoever Arizona State's playing, whoever BYU's playing. Why? Because we want to see Deion in the Big 12 championship, bro. We are praying for every team.
Does only one of them need to lose, or both of them?
2 of them. I think BYU
both
and Arizona State. But listen, we got some positives on our side. BYU's lost back-to-back games. They look like they've imploded. I'm not gonna lie. And then Arizona State undefeated at the crib. They're on the road today. They're night and day, completely different football team away from the crib. Have y'all seen that by any chance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I was looking at that -4 in the first half.
Yes,
I was
whole road splits for Arizona. Like we got a shot, guys. We got a shot.
Hey,
We still got. I mean, obviously, I think BYU wins and it's over with. But we can have hope, right?
Hey, there's nothing better in life than hope, brother. Look, I feel you. So I wanted to take that -4 in the first half with Arizona State, but I can't get to the window on that one. I'm scared. I can't buy. But I'll go through my plays real quick. Alex has been waiting on Miami and Syracuse analysis. I think this is going to be a shootout. The total, I think it's at 69, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull that up because, Kyle McCord, like we were talking about, it's at 67.5. Kyle McCord has had a renaissance this year. He's been able to put up numbers. I still think he's been but you know what I mean? He's put up numbers to make it seem like he's actually kind of good. We've seen dreams die in the dome. 11 points for me, Alex. I don't love that, to be honest with you. Y'all know y'all play with y'all food, and then you come out in the second half and act like a real football team. So the only thing I would be looking at is Cam Ward's passing yards on my book. It keeps going down. It's at 318.5. I like that, especially when his passing TDs over 2.5 is at -167. I think he puts the ball through the air and has success. I don't think that Syracuse has seen a wide receiver unit like Miami. So I think y'all win the game, but I don't think you cover that 11. I think this is more of a 8 to 9 maybe point win. We'll see. But I do have Syracuse's running back LaQuint Allen over 63.5 rushing yards. Like we stated earlier, I got Auburn plus 11 I actually like that game to go under. In order for me to win that bet, I think it has to go under. I'm with Sam on Oregon. I like Oregon just -10 in the first half. I like Texas A&M +5. I like Texas A&M on the money line +175. I like South Carolina +120 on the money line, and I like South Carolina obviously +3. That's all I got. So championship week is next week. We will be back. Be careful if you're betting. If you're not taking any of these looks, whatever. But I would say be careful because rivalry week brings a lot of weirdness out in college football. So be careful. But for the boys at Pay for Play, make sure to follow us. Make sure to subscribe. Social World Network on YouTube. Any last words from you, gentlemen?
Fuck the SEC.
That's why he don't want to come play in the SEC. It's all right. Don't worry. At the end of the day gonna end. Great words by Glorilla. We'll see y'all next week. Championship week, baby.